Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, traders. How's it going? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins back at it again with another video. Have a few things to talk about today. Earnings are having a major effect on the market, meaning we are basically double topping at this 441 on the SPY, and we're basically pulling back down. Why is that happening? Well, if you haven't noticed, we've been having a major earnings week this week where we had Facebook, Apple, Amazon, all these major companies announcing earnings. And to be honest, they're beating earnings, but their guidance or their expectations for the future is a lot lower than expected. You can see that Facebook actually took a drop. You can see Apple has pulled back as well. We could see Amazon, which actually reported last night. Amazon dropped a little bit over $200 and is looking a little bearish this morning. So um, the overall earnings are having a major effect on the overall market. So we definitely want to pay attention to see what goes on in the future. Even Tesla reported earnings and basically pulled back. It's actually pushing back up right now, but Tesla's been in a slump for a while. So definitely want to basically keep an eye on these companies and what's going to happen in the next upcoming month. Today, I believe, is the last trading day of July. So we definitely want to pay attention and have a good game plan for next month and close this month very strong. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. We actually had a new IPO yesterday with Robinhood, ticker RH. No, actually, ticker HOOD. Sorry about that. It should have been RH. But if you look over here, let's jump over towards the 1 minute chart. You can see that they opened at 40 and they basically dropped as low as $33. These new IPOs haven't been having a good time lately. You can see that this is a sharp decline where it originally opened at. So definitely want to keep an eye on Robinhood, the new stock, to see what goes on with the stock moving forward. Comment below. Are you going to hold Robinhood long term? But let's get into the plays. You guys know one of my favorite stocks. We're going to be watching the SPY. Jumping over towards that 180-day chart over here. Major levels we want to watch out for. We basically double topped at this 41 and we start to pull back. In its defense, it was a little bit more on the overbought on the RSI side. So we definitely want to watch to see if we break above that 438.80. Then we could start going up towards 440, maybe even retesting that 441. If not, we could possibly have some downside to be had today, especially if we don't get above 438. I think we're going to retest this 436.70 and maybe even get down towards 431. Let's watch out to see what happens. That's on the 180-day. If we jump on the 20-day, we're kind of fighting this SMA over here, especially if we start to hold below that SMA, we could see some downside. If we hold above it, we could see some upside potential. Typically, the SMA does act as support and resistance, so we definitely want to keep that in mind. So jumping over towards Facebook over here, massive drop on Facebook. We can see the RSI is very oversold, signaling that we may actually have a possible bounce. So watch for that break of 354.90. Then we can start pushing up towards 358. If we can't hold these levels, if we jump over from the 20-day to the 180-day over here, we can see that we have this nice support at 350.70. We could also come back if we break that 350.70 and retest that 346.55, which is also the 180-day SMA. Jumping over towards AMD. AMD had a massive day yesterday. I'm seeing some crazy gains, over 100% profit on some of these options. One thing I like is holding above that trade line. So we want to watch to see if we break that 103.17, push up towards 105. It's a little bit more on the overbought side, but if the momentum continues, a lot of people are going to have FOMO. So let's see what happens with AMD. So if we start to pull back from 100, I think we could test that $95 level. Jumping over towards Amazon over here, right? Massive drop on that earnings. They beat, but the guidance was a little bit weaker. They say they may be a slowing in sales. Maybe this is an effect of the new Delta variant of COVID. So Write down what you think about that. Do you think that the market's pulling back because of the COVID, or the market doesn't really care about that? So keep that right down in the comments below. I want to see your opinion. The break of $3,330, we could start dropping down towards $3,255, right? That's a nice little gap. You can see this level has acted as support before, and then this level has acted as support before. So definitely want to see if that happens. We're a little bit more on the oversold side. If we look out, this is a little bit the lowest level that the RSI has been. So I don't know if we're really going to have a full on flush. So we definitely got to keep a watch on that. To see how people react. But typically people like to buy the dip in these type of situations. Let's see if that happens. If we were to buy the dip on this one, I want to see us get above at least $3,409. Then we can start pushing up towards that $3,500, just because this is a major level over here. And then we need to get above basically our trade line to basically have confidence in this trade. So that's my thoughts on Amazon. Let me know what you guys think below. Let's check out Tesla, right? Tesla has been on a choppy session lately. To be honest, Tesla, sometimes you get good moves and sometimes she's a little sluggish. So definitely want to keep calm and have patience with this one. On the break of 674, we could start pushing up towards 684. If not, I think if we break this 661, we could come back and test that 652. And that's on the 20-day over here. And last but not least, let's talk about PayPal. PayPal had basically a massive drop, another earnings one, right? They basically beat, guidance was a little off. So they beat, but it basically dropped. So let's watch to see what happens. I think PayPal may have some upside coming up. It's very oversold on the 20-day. It's oversold on the 180-day. Only thing is, for it to move up fluidly, I think we need to get above this 287.50 level over here, which acted as support. I think once we break above those levels, we can start hitting that 295. If not, and we keep on rejecting these levels, we may just bounce and come back down. If we start to come back down, I think the break of 277 and we could hit 275, maybe even lower. Who knows? Let's watch to see what happens today. Today is Friday, so make sure you guys practice caution. Make sure you guys trade safely. Make sure you guys always have a plan, and I'll see you guys in the next video.